we're looking at Swing Thing. It's a Max for Live transformation utility I developed. Right now I'm swinging the 16th notes from around 70 down to 0. At 0 they're on grid. It's a very straight beat. Bring them up to 70 now. I also have the 8th notes off grid a little bit at 9%, and even the quarter notes off grid at 1%. This is a Questlove J Dilla inspired beat. We're going to take a look at a set of drum beats and analyze the swing in each one. First one is a African bell. So I'm talking about the notes in the note divisions in absolute terms. So every time you have a click, a metronome click, that's a quarter note. Halfway between the clicks are 8th notes, and halfway between the 8th notes are 16ths. So right now in this track I have the triplet grid turned on, so the vertical lines we see are triplets, and we have our quarter here, quarter there, quarter here, and you can see the intermediate notes line up more or less with the grid. And if we were going to have a kind of framework track that pinned out the kind of nature of the drum beat, it would look like so. This would just be straight triplets. And even though they look like triplets now, this is in fact a set of swung 8th notes and swung 16th notes. So let me turn off the triplet grid, and you can see it here. So swung to 67%. The next one is Carlton Barrett. Oops, sorry, turn off that metronome. We have quarter, 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 swung 8th, swung 16th, swung 8th. The 8th is swung just a little bit past 50%. That's 0, 100%. So the framework would look like this. Well, this would be our core kind of beat, and these would be the filler notes. Next up, another Carlton Barrett. So we've quarter, 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 on beat 8th, on beat 8th, and then here's a swung 16th. Another swung 16th there. So quarter, 8th, straight 8th, swung 16th, quarter, 8th, swung 16th. Next up, another Carlton Barrett. Quarter, 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 and that's a swung 8th. Swung 8th, quarter, quarter, swung 8th, quarter. Our framework would look like this. This would be the kind of core rhythm, and these would be the filler notes. It's really important to understand that these filler notes would be also swung, so they are swung 16ths. And what we're doing here is we have, we have a on-grid note, the off-grid note. The additional note is always going to be halfway between, unless it's a J Dilla kind of multi-swing beat. Next up is Home of Drums from YouTube. So that little part there is clever. We have our quarter, this quarter skipped, next quarter, quarter, and here we have the classic 3/2. But it coincides with this, what would be a swung 16th, a swung 8th, and a swung 16th. But the main kind of pattern in this one is quarter, swung 8th, quarter, quarter, swung 8th, quarter. So our framework would look like this. I think these two would be like the filler notes. So this is the core pattern. Bring in the filler notes. Next up is Donovan Miller, YouTube. So we have quarter, 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 and a swung eighth, swung eighth. So that's that'd be the on time eighth. This is like right around 50% here, but I think I've seen some other. There's some other sections. Let's take a look at this one. That's past 50. As is this one. This is, that's good 55, 60. Here's our framework track with the filler notes. Next up, Dan Miller. We've quarter, 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 on grid eighth, swung 16th, on grid eighth, on grid eighth, on grid eighth, swung 16th, on grid eighth, swung 16th. These would be our fillers. This is more the primary rhythm. Next up, Stan Lynch, Tom Petty. Quarter, on grid eighth, quarter, on grid eighth, quarter. This is our swung 16th, another swung 16th. And just like the Dan Miller beat, this first 16th is kind of the filler note. Next up, Manny Elias, Tears for Fears. This one I have the triplet grid on again, and you can see it just lines up really naturally with it. It's a 1-2-3 beat. And we're doing that with our framework track, but this one, even though it lines up perfectly with the grid, the triplet grid, it is in fact bass 4 notes. This is a swung 16th and swung 8th set up to 67%. Next up, Chad Smith. Quarter, quarter, quarter. Little early eighth, a little bit of a late eighth, and then these swung 16th, swung 16th, swung 16th. Next up, Nate Smith. I have the triplet grid turned on again, so you can see it just lines up perfectly with the triplet grid. It's another 1-2-3. And if we had a additional note, it would be this swung 16th. And then finally, back to where we started, it's the Questlove beat. Thanks for watching.